Hi, my name is Heidi Marie Scarcella, and I'm an occupational therapist at the Allegheny Intermediate Unit. I've been providing OT services in schools for the last 20 years. Due to the recent COVID-19 pandemic, school districts have been forced to close and are now providing education opportunities virtually online. I have been asked to provide my students with occupational therapy lessons in an asynchronous format. Every week, I send my families an email that has a step-by-step lesson plan that includes materials they might need to complete the lesson. It includes videos for each step of the lesson. And it also includes a question and answer at the bottom for the parents to give feedback on things that they might have problems with or how the child performed on the activities that they have completed. I've also considered that most parents have multiple students that are learning from home now, and a lot of parents are also working from home. So the asynchronous model has really been beneficial for those families because they can open my email and the videos at any point during their week when they have time to sit down and address their students' needs. So today I'm going to show you an example of what one of my asynchronous lesson plans would be like. Typically I start with a warm-up activity and I try to have activities that the materials needed are things that you would find around your house. So for example, some of my students who are working on things like their pinch strength, I might have an activity that has them doing sentence completion, maybe matching upper and lowercase letters, matching colors with a clothespin. And I do spend quite some time speaking to the parents about how to hold the clothespin, and I also pair it with an activity that is specific to that student. So if I know that student is only working on matching upper and lowercase letters, then I gear that towards where they are academically. Another activity that I have made for my students is with a toilet paper roll and some gum bands, working on stretching those to work on their fine motor skills and placing it over top of the toilet paper roll. Within those warm-up activities, I try to be specific with each student on how to structure that to maybe meet some of their other goals. So for this particular student, I put colored bands. They're working on color matching. So I have them copying first, get the pink band and put the pink band on, and then the blue, green, and orange. So within each warm-up activity, there's an opportunity to make it very specific to a student and maybe what they're working on at school. Once the warm-up activity is done, I then have a second video on my goal-oriented activity. So I'm going to show you an activity that was created for a student that was having difficulty spacing between their words. So one of the challenges that we have working from home is we don't always have the materials that we had at school. So I'm often addressing for parents some strategies to use, say for a pencil grip. So if a student's having problems with a pencil grip and they don't have one at home that they might have been using at school, I've come up with strategies such as using a binder clip to help them position their fingers in a tripod grasp. If they don't have a binder clip, I've worked with different ways to position a rubber band onto their pencil so they're able to hold onto it in a more mature grasp. We've also even had some of our students who are having problems holding their fingers there use the rubber band over top of their fingers. Parents also ask me about adapted paper. So sometimes when they're printing worksheets from their teachers, obviously they don't have the appropriate paper for their students. So I do make videos on color coding paper, how tall the vertical space should be, and give them some strategies to incorporate during those times. So I had one of my parents share this worksheet. This is a first grader that's working on a spelling list, and the teacher has listed the words and has asked them to write some spelling sentences. So in my video, I instructed the parent to go over 2 sentences with their student so they could visually model what good spacing is between words. So the first sentence they did, I can run, leaving adequate spaces between their words, and the second was I like bats. And so I provide instruction to this particular student and parent on some strategies they can use to now have the student try the last 2 sentences, spacing between their words appropriately. So one of the strategies I had given them, our next word is cats. I asked them to write the first word and then use a coin to measure their spaces between the first and second word. And to move that coin, I also give them options. If they don't want to use coins, they can use stickers, they can use a paper clip. So for their last sentence, I might ask them to use something other than an object. Maybe I'm going to instruct them on how to use their finger. So the next one is hill. And I will demonstrate and have them use their finger to measure the space between each word. During these unprecedented times, parents have a lot to juggle, and giving them simple and effective strategies that they can use across all the environments that they're being asked to instruct their students gives the students more opportunities to practice their OT skills than just one time a week with the OT. They will have an opportunity to use that strategy every single day that they're asked to do a handwriting task for their teacher. So providing these strategies in these videos for parents to go back and review is beneficial for all of our students. The asynchronous learning environment has been challenging, but it's a great way for parents and therapists and staff to all be on the same page and make sure that our students are making progress during this unprecedented time.